Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is the 30th of December 2019, almost the end of the year. We wish you a happy new year 2020. Um, Today, I would like to leave what's happening aside because, as I said before, it's kind of sensitive. But I get asked many times about many people in the West. They really don't know Sunni, Shia, and all the sects in Islam, and what's the difference and how and where it started. You can compare. We'll answer that. So I mean, honestly, in my opinion, studying Islam is not worth the time. Uh, I mean, I study it because um, I have to expose it. But it's practically, to me, it's a pile of garbage, worth nothing. Anyway, just for the knowledge, people who are asking, uh, what I'm going to speak to you about is actually not even clear to some Muslims. They just know that Sunni and Shiite, it started after the death of Muhammad, when his wife, the child bride, usurped the authority and the power from his nephew. Okay, to understand this problem, there are two sets of people, each creating one camp. And these two sets of people fought, and one produced the Sunni Muslim, and the other one produced the Sunni Shiite. That's what most Muslims know. Okay, but what I would like you to do now is use your own common sense and go back 1400 years ago and start imagine the situation. You have one set of people, that was Muhammad and his nephew, the first person who acknowledged that he's a messenger. His name is Ali. So you have Muhammad and Ali, his nephew. On the other hand, you have Abu Bakr, the second disciple of Muhammad, and his daughter Aisha, the child bride of Muhammad, the one who had sexual relationship with her when she was 9 years old. The situation started when she was 15. There is a feud or a dispute or anger and resentment between these two camps. What happened in Muhammad and his gang, they were looting and attacking, and Aisha was with him. And on the way back, it was night, and she wanted to go to the bathroom. Of course, there is no bathroom then, so she had to leave the caravan a little bit further and go and find a secluded spot. And she got lost, or that's what she said. She was lost. The caravan moved without her. She wanted to get lost. Why? There was a handsome young guy that she had a crush on. This guy, he also stayed behind. they went back home the next day in the morning. Here you can use your own common sense what happened. Muhammad used his own common sense and thought of what happened. And for 1 month he was debating in his own mind, couldn't make a decision whether he should divorce her, stone her, kill her, what have you. But that was a very difficult decision. He couldn't even divorce her. And the reason here why he couldn't divorce her, her father was a wealthy businessman, and he was the very man who kind of stood Muhammad up in the beginning. And he could withdraw his support from Muhammad. The story actually, his wife, when he asked her why were you behind, she said, I went to the bathroom, and then she had a very expensive necklace. One of the things that he used to loot from the Jews, because we know the Jewish people especially, they like to deal with gemstone and gold and silver and so on and so forth. So probably a rich Jewish merchant bought that for his wife, or one of his merchandise, and Muhammad looted and he gave it to her, and it had they said red stone, which probably garnet, the rubies, an expensive necklace. And at night this necklace broke, so she was looking for it, and the guy whom she liked came to help her. Pitch dark in Arabia, looking for gemstone at night. Muhammad didn't buy this story, and he was struggling for 1 month what to do with her. His nephew Ali suggested to divorce her, get rid of her. She is defiled, get rid of her. That did not play well with the wife, Aisha. I mean, she had, honestly, also you have to understand that she was 15 years old at this time. When Muhammad had a sexual relationship with her, he was 54, she was 9. 6 years later, she became 15, he became 60. And this is a young girl, still 15 years old. She wants to play, she wants to have fun. She's looking for younger guys. Okay? So Ali knew what had happened, even he didn't see it. He told Muhammad to divorce her. So Muhammad was in a very tight situation. In terms of love, he really loved her very much, because she was he liked to play. He said it a few times, he liked to play. So she could have had a sexual relationship with this guy, and Muhammad struggled what to do with her. And then the pressure was coming from his nephew to divorce her. I'm sure at this time Aisha was quiet, and her father was very quiet, because I'm sure her father also can imagine what have happened during this night with a single young man together, and looking for the gemstones. Why you didn't ask the whole caravan to come and look for the gemstones? will be easier. No, she wanted to stay behind. The guy wanted to stay behind. And Muhammad understood that. So you can see that there is tension from way before Muhammad died. 3 years earlier, there was plenty of tension between the two factions. And then Muhammad announced that his nephew will be the successor. And that did not play well with them. And the reason here is the whole idea of Islam, it was business. And everyone wants to power grabbing. Everyone wanted to be the leader so he can command and he can control the money. If you control the money, you control everybody. So she didn't like that very much. So in the Sunni account, they say a Jewish woman poisoned Muhammad. The Shiite account, they say no, it was his wife Aisha with the help of Abu Bakr, her father, the first caliphate in Islam. I tend to believe the Shiite account more, okay, because I mean, imagine, you have to use your own common sense and try to make sense of this. Imagine a Jewish woman in Germany right before the end of World War II invites Hitler to have dinner in her home. First, there is no Jewish woman in her right mind will expose her location because Muhammad was killing them left and right. Number one. Number two, when you invite somebody, you invite family member or friends. You don't invite the person who is slaughtering your people. And if you do so, you are doing so with the intention to kill him. And even though I don't like Muhammad, but he was not stupid to fall into this trap. Muhammad was not stupid. So that account that a Jewish woman poisoned him, invited him for dinner and poisoned his food, far-fetched. But because the whole idea was business from beginning, and his wife and her father thought we will lose after he leaves. His nephew will be in charge and we will be merely followers. They conspire to kill him. Something to explain that, he wouldn't take medication from any of them. And the reason here, he couldn't trust them. He knew that they are preparing for his murder. So imagine with all this tension and all this anger building up throughout these 3 years from the time Aisha was discovered that she spent one night in the desert with one guy, young guy. 3 years later, Muhammad died. There is tension between these two factions, Aisha and her father, Ali, Muhammad, the grand thief, and his nephew Ali. How it feels. Once Muhammad died, they left him dead, I think for 3 days. They wouldn't even, in Islamic tradition, a person when he dies, he has to be buried at the same day of his death. Similar to the Jews, they have to bury the person as soon as possible. They left Muhammad lying in the heat of Arabia on the bed until 3 days later to solve the dispute between them. Each one wants to take control. So here we have that situation that between Sunni and Shiite started from way, way before. So at the end, after these 3 days, leaving his body to rot in the heat of Arabia, they made up their mind, all the early followers made up their mind that they will not give the caliphate to Ali, the nephew, as Muhammad suggested, but they will give it to the father of Aisha, Abu Bakr. And since then, the war is on between Ali and his supporter and Abu Bakr and his supporter. And they both call each other infidel. And the hate and the anger between the two factions is as much as that between them and the Jews. I really don't. I can understand the hate between them, but the hate for the Jews and the Christian has no justification. It is all because Muhammad told them the Jews are filthy, are evil, are satanic, are the Jews and the Christian. You are supposed to hate them for no reason. No, actually, he made a reason, because they do not accept Muhammad as the final prophet. With that, I hope I have shed some light on Muslim Sunni and Muslim Shiite. If you have any question, please let me know. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.